Hey guys, this is another video talking about my Hobbit Battle Company. I've recently added another 4 hobbits to it. They're all the Merry, Pippin, Sam, Frodo. 3 of them are plastic, and I've got another one of the old school sort of like Mel Frodos. Just grabbed them off eBay again. As you can see, this Frodo, I'm trying to make him also look really different to the other model I've got. So I've given him a paperclip sort of like walking staff. It's got a little green stuff pouch there, and this hand there has been swapped out for one of the, I think it's the Merry one there. So if you can see, like, I've switched the metal and the plastic hand. So it's got a little rock there, so that's quite cool. Obviously, hobbits can throw stones, so that's quite handy. Obviously, the sculpted backpack will be really cool for the Battle Company. I'm going to paint him up, probably quite colourful again. Obviously, make it look very different to sort of like the standard scheme for Frodo. So this is using the Sam model from like that, or the plastic Fellowship one. I've given him a little hood out of green stuff, just sort of, wanted to. I just felt like it was something I thought would be cool. Again, it's got a nice big backpack. You can see with the sword, I've just sort of shaved off the detail, like the fuller and stuff, and I'm going to paint it like a club because I thought that would just be quite cool. I'm thinking he's going to be one of the sergeants, and I'm going to call him just Chef. But my idea is basically, he's like the guy that does most of the cooking. He's the chief victualler, who's in charge of food and morale, keeping the spirits up. I thought that'd be quite fun, quite thematic. So I mean, I've not really decided I'm going to pay him up. But I'll probably be in keeping with the trying to just do sort of really different colours. I'm quite enjoying having quite a colourful army with the hobbits. I think that'd be quite fun to have lots of different spatches of colour. So this is the Merry. I've kept the sword just because I thought it'd just be too much of a faff to cut out, and daggers are one of the main weapons. So I think he's got some sort of water skin I've sort of modelled into his right hand. He's got a backpack. I've tried to make some sort of like rolled up something on the back there as well, a bit of green stuff. And this is the Pippin model from that same set. Again, just like the other 3, just bought eBay. I've chopped off a sword. I've tried to make him a bit of an axe out of paperclip and a bit of plastic card. I've left him throwing a stone. I thought it'd be quite cool, quite like that pose. And again, I've just molded a little like coin pouch something. He's not actually got much other stuff, but I thought, well, they don't all need to be carrying packs and pouches, or at least not loads of them. Maybe he likes moving quite short. I don't know. I think he's going to be a normal hobbit. But yeah, I'm just sort of adding things in. I'm thinking, because I've been looking on the GW website, and the sheriffs are back on stock. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video. I've definitely mentioned it on Twitter, but that'll be quite cool. I think if I buy, a box of them, or sorry, not a box, a blister of them, blister of the archers, because the sheriffs are one of the upgrades, that'd be handy to have them. Give me some more options sort of as my Battle Company progresses through a campaign when I get around to playing one. Obviously, sort of right now it's not ideal times for doing things like that. I'm hoping, my local club, once that starts up again, I'll be able to maybe get one going. It'll be quite cool, see if I get people involved. I've got friends that do it, one friend locally anyway, but I don't think there are other people who are interested, so that'd be quite cool to get people involved. I mean, I've got loads and loads of armies to lend out, so pretty easy for me to get people involved, I guess. Got the rules, got some scenery, terrain, definitely going to make some more, I think, so it'll probably come to the point where I can literally support my own campaign completely off stuff I've got, so that'd be quite cool, that'd be quite good fun. Just to be like, right, who wants to join? And there you go. Have all these models, so that would be good. But yeah, so currently for my Hobbit Battle Company, I actually have, so with those 4, and then there's the other 2 guys that I painted last week, and then I've got Farm Maggot, who's going to be my leader. I've got the dogs, so I can add them in as I progress, and I can add more stuff in, so that'd be quite cool. So that's 7. So that's basically 7 cats, militia. So I need another militia person, and then obviously the 4 archers to make that core team. So I think probably what I'll do is, when I do get around to buying the archers and the sheriffs, is I'll just buy a ballista of the hobbits, and then it'll actually mean that I only have like one repeated, well, two models that are the same sculpt in the whole Battle Company, which I think is actually quite good going, considering the Hobbits have very limited blisters. I think they've basically got what? The Militia blisters, that's 4 models, the Archer blisters and the 4, and the Sheriffs. I think that's basically all the Warrior sculpts they have, and it's basically, 4 of each. And, most armies have got at least, one plastic sprue, so at least like 6, six like individual sculpts, if not like 12. So there is that. So yeah, I think just this, especially like using the plastic like Hobbits from the Fellshire helps a lot. And I also like that they've got cloaks, because that's also something I think you'd expect is, from a Battle Company that are traveling a lot and stuff, is, they're going to have a lot of clothing, going to want to keep warm, sort of keep the elements away. Just sort of, something I've learned over the years of doing historical reenactment is that actually in all weathers having layers can be quite handy, and people might think, oh my god, I couldn't imagine wearing like, multiple layers, especially one of them's woolen, but I found even in the summer, actually it keeps the heat off you, it's not too bad. I mean, obviously if you're doing really physical work, it's not good because you do just really sweat. But yeah, that sort of thing, it'd just be good to have all the stuff, and things like that, especially when you're going to sleep at night, having your cloaks wrapped up in. And obviously I'm going to try and sculpt like lots of bags and stuff on people as well, so that'll be quite good fun. But yeah, sort of that's my plan. And I'm thinking sort of I'll buy those 3 more ballistas, and that'll be where my Hobbit stop. Just, I've got the 4, Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin, who I'm going to actually paint as Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin. In fact, I can sort of show you them as they are at the progress at this current moment. So it's sort of most of the first coats are down. So that's, sort of like, obviously there's a few things like the swords and stuff where they don't have their first coat already. But that's just because it's steel. I tend to only use I find lead belcher, I don't really need one coat for most things, and then obviously the aggro shade at the top sort of makes all difference, because with my Lord of the Rings, my Middle Earth stuff, I pretty much do sort of like flat base colours, then I'll do a wash of aggro shade, just the whole model, and then I'll do sort of the details, so a bit of dry brushing, maybe a bit of edge highlighting up from that. And I just find it's really good, and it's really simple. Like, I mean, some of these models, I can spend like 3 hours on a model, but I've done some models where I've just painted them in like an hour and a half, and it's just, and they look really good, and I'm like, I just don't feel I could do much more. I mean, maybe do a bit more detail on some of the faces, like I don't paint eyes or anything like that, but yeah, so obviously like I'm getting a lot better than I used to be, but yeah, so that's the other thing is with those 4 Hobbits spare, I could always just add them in as well if I needed more, just run them as militia daggers. That's quite easy, and again they'd actually look unique enough so that it'd make it easy for sort of working out who people were, name wise, as well as the thing is because I'm going with painting the names on the bases of my guys, but I suppose I could just have Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin as just random hobbits and just be like, oh, these are the names. Oh, yeah, I know it sounds similar to the guys that are actually in Lord of the Rings, but whatever, maybe they're quite popular hobbit names. In fact, they probably are. I think it's mentioned somewhere in the books that certainly Merry and Pippin are quite common, and Sam's just a common name, isn't it? Like, how many fictional authors have a character called Sam? So anyway, that's actually quite a long video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to make some more soon. Hope to get on with these guys, get them painted out. So yeah, until the next one, enjoy.